whether it's theater or any other form of culture, pop culture, can you all name the first thing you were fans of where you really felt seen or represented?
I went to see King Lear at Alabama Shakespeare Festival when I was like 13, and it blew. I mean, we were in Montgomery, Alabama, and you know, they did this production of Bernard Shaw's Heartbreak House in conjunction with King Lear, and watching this play, like with the relationship between Edmund and Edgar, the way these actors performed it, it blew my mind that, you know, the relationship between sibling and the idea of being a bastard was so, in no way, shape, or form was I represented as hating my sibling or a bastard, but it showed me how deep, how great my relationship was with my siblings, because I couldn't fathom feeling that way. You know, and it was one of the first productions, you know, where I saw a Black dude rocking Shakespeare. And I was like, I want to be, you know, that guy. You know, I want to talk like that. What the hell is he saying? You know, it was the first time it really opened my eyes to what theater could be.
I mean, I can jump in. I'm not an actor. I admire you all very immensely. But the one piece of pop culture was a television show that extremely influenced my life, was A Different World. I still go back to that to this day. It was the first time I saw people who look like me, who kind of vibe like me, who talk like me, who I could see myself like in their shoes. It influenced me about where I wanted to go to college, about the types of things I wanted to learn, about the issues of the day. And those issues are still relevant to this day. So that's why it was also really important for us to capture Moni's teachings for that access, because if you can't see it, you don't even know you can be it, right? So if you don't even know that there's a person who teaches this and can help you elevate your game, you know, it's a lot of YouTube coders. I learned how to change my oil on YouTube. You know, there's a lot of people who try to go you know, outside of the box if they're not able to learn in person, to try to educate themselves. And this film is a way that they can take some of those teachings and incorporate it into their, you know, their classroom, their virtual classroom that they're creating.
Mine probably came when, I mean, I had many influences, but I remember when I was studying at Juilliard, studying with Moni and Mina, and we were learning the neutral mask, you know, which is the white mask that forces you, I guess what Michael was talking about earlier, like the whole idea of inner life. You know, if you have no lines to speak, like what are you creating inside of you? And we were learning that. And on a break, I went across the street to Lincoln Plaza Cinema, and I saw, and I don't relate to this personally, so no one get any weird ideas, but I saw Isabelle Huppert in The Piano Teacher. And it happened at the same time as we were studying the neutral mask. And it was the first time I realized, especially in film work, how important the inner life is, and how for me she acted with a neutral mask where you felt everything she was experiencing. She wasn't, you know, offering anything easy to you. It was almost like she had the invisible mask on, but it made her inner life so full. And it was something that was, I guess, you know, this incredible piece of cinema as I was studying with Moni and Mina that combined together for me. And it really, in me, defined what kind of artist I wanted to be, being able to connect those two.
I think the first time that I saw, I realized that I mean, obviously, like the kind of person I am is well, I was watching Kevin Kline movies. I was watching a guy be seriously silly and take such great care with comedy. You know, watching an actor that I knew to be very smart be a complete fool in a movie like Soap Dish, where he plays a pompous actor who's doing dinner theater salesman, and I can still remember bits with a newspaper and glasses, and that seems so easy, but that somebody took, that seems so easy and stupid, but somebody took great pains to do. And then he played the president, and then he did In and Out, and I saw a gay man. And I knew he went to Juilliard, and I thought that's what, and he played Hamlet, and he did all these things that I wanted to do, and it was a kind of a direct line for me to say that's it. I want to go there. So whatever. I'm nervous to say that, but I said it.
That's extraordinary.
That's
amazing.
Well, it's amazing you survived those experiences and turned them into something positive for yourself.
How do you win an Oscar for a comedy?
But apropos of acting foolish, I should have said when I talked about knowing how to fall down, it's not minding falling down, which is you get used to playing athletics, and you become inured to it. And all the best directors and acting teachers said, don't be afraid. The most influential said, make a fool of yourself in rehearsal. That's what rehearsals are for.
Right.
Allow yourself to be foolish. It was one director one day when we were doing a tech rehearsal, and I just started goofing off and just started being silly. And he said, if you did more of that, if you brought that same energy into your serious acting, you're going to open up a whole new kind of thing.
I came to New York for the first time. I think it was late 80s. My dad took me, and I saw Once on This Island.
Oh, wow.
And for me, it was the moment when the Prince came on, and he had just two flashlights, and that was the limousine. And he was like coming in like this. And I just thought it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen. And it was so magical because it really looked like a limousine to me. He just had two flashlights, and it was on a huge Broadway stage, and it was the simplest little thing. And I think also, I'm a kid from Miami, and it was this Caribbean kind of thing happening. And I just, I think that really, it opened up the magic of what it all can be.